Now, hopefully this works, because the last video I recorded 8 minutes and it didn't get any audio. And it seems like it is capturing my audio. Okay, cool. So, I wanted to talk about a few things here. So, first off, my name is Joe, Anonimo, whatever, I don't give a shit. I just got home from work. I worked a long shift, so I'm gonna get into all of that. But if my mom wakes up, then I'm gonna record this again. But I have a little notepad here. So, the coronavirus. I don't know how to get into this. I'm gonna start off with something easy, alright? Something I realized when I was looking through coins is that 2000 was 20 years ago. That means the coin that I was holding was 20 years old. And I look at myself and I'm like, I was born in 2000. I'm 20 now. Shit, I'm as old as this coin. Oh my god. And that made me realize, I'm like, fuck. And then the coronavirus is... Okay. Coronavirus is causing the first worldwide panic like this. Like, eons. Like, I'm like... I don't know. There's nothing ever like this before. This is something very new. You look back, there's no reference points to any of this. There's nothing that Trump or any of the administration can go on as their own knowledge, because they don't know what the hell they're doing. Genuinely, though, like, they're trying their best, but it's very poor compared to France or the other countries that are actually doing something. While Trump is making it harder for us to make... Well, now it's different. He loosened up. But it was very, very, very hard to get the test for the corona for COVID-19. And so... Hold on. I lost train of thought. Okay, so on top of Trump making it hard for us to get the tests, and the vaccine isn't out, so that's making the virus just keep getting worse until it actually comes out. So from now on, it's just going to get worse. But that is no need to panic and raid the stores because of shitting problems that we all have apparently, and don't know who in their right mind is getting that much toilet paper. There are stabbings over it. I saw a video on Instagram floating around of people fighting in a Walmart type situation, and just pulled out a knife and just stab. It's ridiculous. Oh my god. And then there was the person who bought over 17,000 hand sanitizers in Tennessee. Oh my god. That's ridiculous. And people are wild. The guy tried selling them on eBay, Amazon and Wish for $80 a pop. And they knocked off the ability to do that because it's not right to take money from people who really need it. You know, people who are getting the hand sanitizers. First off, it's wrong to raid all of the stores in his area of that, taking it from everyone else who could use it just for his own personal monetary gain of actual physical money, not even like views, like what's his face, J Station, when he used the death of celebrities and all for money and ad revenue and views and all that shit. This is worse than any YouTube drama that could ever be. This is something that everybody on the internet knows about and is dealing with all at the same time. This is not a personal issue where like a celebrity died and half people are upset and half people aren't. This is one person coughs, everyone's screwed. Everyone knows that all over the world. Plain and simple. This isn't a meme. This is serious that people are just memeing about because it is so serious. Because they have nothing better to do. Because they're sitting inside of their houses. And also one thing I want to mention is rest in peace all the kids who have to use their school's computer to get Photoshop on just so you can make a decent meme rather than the shitty, oh, when I see, it's, fuck out of here, that shit's getting lame, change up the pace, I like the funny ironic memes, the ugly things, the random Photoshop, like, here's a pair of titties that look like dicks, like, that shit's kind of funny, it's kind of weird, kind of funny. I wish I could cut that out, but I'm probably not. I don't care, it's funny. It's that kind of humor, the random, just, I'm sure most people can understand what I'm talking about. It's hard to explain if you don't get the kind of Photoshop pictures that are just the cursed images. But another thing on here is nothing is sanitized properly. Okay, first off, the people with their cell phones. Oh my god, they don't get it. They wear gloves. They get all paranoid about the coronavirus and getting it all, but they're touching everything with their hopefully medical grade. If not medical grade, they're really losing it. But they touch their phones, right? They go beep boop beep boop beep boop boop, and then they go up. Hello, it is I. But their phones are against their face. Whatever they just touched. I mean, yeah, I just did it too, but I'll get into that again. Whatever they touched is just on their phones and now on their face, when the whole point is to not touch your face, because that's how it gets into your pores and into your body. People don't get that. And nobody thought about cleaning their hands and staying away from all these germs. I just banged my ankle. That hurt. Anyway, where was I? Shit, that's how bad it is. Nobody thought about sanitization until the COVID-19 came out. And you want to know why it's called COVID-19? Because COVID is short for coronavirus strain 19. And it is 19th strain. And 3 of the strains are versions of the common cold. The symptoms are just coughing, a runny nose, and a fever. For crying out loud, guys. Has a cough or a runny nose ever gotten you dead? No. And they say it affects your respiratory system. Why else do you think a cough is involved? Any type of cough is a respiratory issue. Whether it's a simple cough that something just gets into your airway, it's a respiratory problem. Therefore, if you have asthma or bronchitis or other illnesses related to lowering your immune system or your breathing or any of that, you really have nothing to worry about. And even then, it's got to be a serious case to really do some damage. Genuine honesty. It doesn't take a genius to figure that shit out. But one thing for certain is that fast food. I want to get into this because this is a real big one. Everyone, and I mean everyone, is going to fast food. And I work in fast food, that's why I have this red shirt on. I work at Wendy's. Full time. My hat's somewhere over here. I'm just not bothered to put it on. But, bro, it's scary. We are risking everything out there. Because, number one, I'm not sure if I have any real breathing problems as it is. I smoke, so I am more susceptible to respiratory issues. Even though I smoke weed, I don't care what people say. That shit is harsh. And you cough a lot like a motherfucker. And that burns. It can burn sometimes. And, you get those really hard bong hits that just you feel, you understand that if you're a smoker. Even a cigarette, you hit a cigarette, I'm sure a little too hard. I've never smoked one, so I can't say personally. But I'm sure if you take a big enough puff, it fucking hits your lungs like, I get like that. It gets trapped in like an air bubble and it not pretty. But I don't give a shit. I really don't. I'm posting whatever. I might go on Fiverr and have someone edit this. If I do, hey, you made $1 being not bored. Hey man, if you can make this interesting, I might hire you if I can keep a daily schedule. But anyway, I digress. Back to the notepad. So with Wendy's comes like a lot of people coming through, and the more the people come through, the more of a chance that we are at risk of getting, because New York State right now has well over 1,000 by now. I have to look up the actual number here. Actually, let me do this. Alexa, what is the... No, wait, hold on. What's the total of coronavirus victims?
December 31st, 2019, it was reported that a new coronavirus strain, COVID-19, was identified by China.
Oh, first it says a new coronavirus strain, not the first coronavirus strain.
On March 11th, 2020, due to the global spread of the virus,
March 11th.
Organization officially declared it a pandemic.
March 11th is officially a pandemic.
There are over 188,000 confirmed cases worldwide.
180,000?
What's the fatality rate of the coronavirus? Or how many people have the coronavirus?
Alexa, how many people have the coronavirus in New York?
According to Johns Hopkins Center for Systems Science and Engineering, as of March 17, 2020, there have been 1,706 cases confirmed of the novel coronavirus in New York.
1,700 something in New York as opposed... Alexa, stop. According to yesterday, I mean it's 5 in the morning now, so it is technically yesterday, but for me it's still today. But as of today, yesterday, it over 1,760 cases. Wow. In just 6 days. Now that goes to show how incredibly infectious it is. But how severely deadly it is? Nada. Ever play Plague Inc? I used to a fuck ton. I know how this shit runs. I used to grind on that game when I was about 12 years old, okay? 12 years old to about... was I 12? Might have been older, I don't know. But I was definitely playing it throughout middle school and a bit into high school. And occasionally now I'll pick it up here and there, especially now that I'm in a real life version of it. But it's gone out of control. Oh yeah, why I brought that up was ugh. Oh, so there's differences. Severity, infectious, and deadly. Deadly would be at like here. Infectious would be like here. Like 100% of the world right now is almost infected. Almost every state in the United States right now, including DC, has the coronavirus. At least one case. Mexico, I think, just got hit with a few. But everywhere else in the world has it. I'm like 90% sure. Anyway. Actually, let me make 100% sure on this. Go back to Google. How much of the world, Earth, no, has corona? How much of the world have coronavirus? I wish I could actually screen share this, but I don't have that set up right now. Actually, let me do that. Let me change my picture image here. No, add display capture, add existing, actually create new. Okay. Defaults. So let me just there we go. Nope. That. That's, again, not what I wanted. Why can't I click on my camera? Video camera. There we go. Don't know why it's in a weird little shape. I'm sure you can see that right here. That's odd. I've never seen that before. But good for this being fucked like that. Nope. I'm gonna put me here. There you go, I think like that. Cool. Now we can go through this together. 33 minutes ago, New York Times. Deaths in the U.S. past 100. In the entire United States, right? Only 100 deaths. Think about that. That is nothing. That is genuinely nothing. And the deaths are older people. There's literally no one to think. I don't actually know the official youngest, but in my area it was no younger than 70. Yeah. White House backs idea of sending cash to Americans. Yeah, that I remember him saying it was going to be ASAP. Report warns of more than 500,000 deaths in the UK. Now, see, that's a big number. Okay, 500,000 deaths in the UK is serious, but the UK and everyone else there is taking this a lot more logically and seriously. Like, even France is putting a more hands-on attempt at doing this shit. Not the United States. What hands-on stuff is the United States doing? We're going to McDonald's and Wendy's, okay? Now, back to this. If one person gets the coronavirus in the in my job, let's say, because my job has fingerprint scanner, sign in, so it makes things a lot more risky and there we go, and a lot more of a chance of all of us getting, what the fuck is going on? Oh well. Oh, I wrote it down in my notepad. Let me read it word for word. If one employee gets it, all employees have a chance of getting it that day, and no one would know for 2 to 14 days. And my employer, Wendy's, right? My job, my boss, will not let anybody call out unless you have a doctor's note for the doctor to let you come back and say you're okay. Because he says it's fast food, you're working with the food, so if the doctor doesn't say you're okay to come back, then you're not okay to come back. But right now, if you have any minor symptoms, you are at risk of getting the coronavirus. And if COVID-19 decides to mutate for whatever reason down the line, because it has every right and every chance to do that as its own individual fucking organism with nothing to tell it not to besides us saying, hey, we're gonna kill you soon. But we're just checking in on it. And also, France decided that the worst thing to take right now is ibuprofen and any anti-inflammatory pill. I don't know why. They just said it possibly triggers the effects more so, and it's not fun. So it's not fun, then don't do it, please. Thank you. Anyway, so I wrote here, and something as simple as a legit common cold could lower your immune system enough to introduce COVID-19 into your system easier, and they mock the symptoms but with a fever, so there's no telling. Sorry, I cut it off there. But so there's no telling which is which. You know, if you're coughing and sneezing and your nose is runny and It could be allergies. It could be COVID-19 and you're spreading it around to more people and you don't realize it, thinking it's just one thing or another. When it could be possibly the new disease that doesn't have the new virus. It's a virus. It's not even a disease. Calm down, people. You can get over it in 2 weeks. And everyone's making society crash. You know, if we do go into an apocalypse, it's gonna be human fault, not the virus's fault. Unless the virus decides to mutate before we get a vaccine. I'm calling it right now if that's a possibility, and fuck it, I'm sorry. But rules are the rules. I don't make them. And we all mutate. We all evolve over time, right? That's the point. Mother Nature makes you adapt and overcome whatever you're going against, whether you're a predator or prey. So, let me be honest. If this thing is going to be a predator to humans, just like any other virus or illness or anything, it has a chance of becoming antibacterial, antibiotic resistant over time. It has the chance of doing a lot of shit over time. It's unpredictable. It really is. But right now it's just a common cold. That's all you have to know. And that's all you have to worry about. In 2 weeks, if it shouldn't, a lot can happen in 2 weeks, but for right now, it's just spreading. It's killing the old people with issues. That's just my biggest fear, though, is the disease spreading rapidly and mutating and getting worse. And the more you spread it, the more it, splits, mitosis, fun stuff, fun sciencey stuff that I can't explain at 5:30 in the morning, and almost 3 years of science away. I'm just getting tired, I'm sorry. But yeah, I haven't been in school for 2 years. I graduated in 2018. I did take forensics. I did take life science. I, learned a lot. That's about it. I learned a lot. So, whatever. Comment below if you want more videos, anything like this, if this does blow up, or, oh, one last mention before I do end this. Fast food employees are the most underappreciated job ever right now. All these grocery stores and all of that, it's all fine and dandy that they're getting raided and it's crazy and this and that. But fast food is never ending. We keep going. My job does not close its drive-thru until 3 in the morning. We are on a daily grind. It is not fun. That is why I'm up at 5:30 in the morning right now. Because I work till 3. And I said I was going to get back to that. So I did. Here we are. Backtracking. Stay safe, soldiers. Keep your hands scrubbed. Stay hydrated. Don't touch your face. Stay away from people. Isolate yourself for 2 weeks. This disease, I keep saying disease. It's not a disease. This is virus. It's a viral issue. It's just, that's it. That's it. That's all. It's just a fucking flu. It's not more than a flu. It's not more than cold. It's at its worst, at its maximum worst, is pneumonia. It's comparable to pneumonia, and you know what? You can get over pneumonia too. So, you're not gonna die unless you have pneumonia and then you get it and then you bad it. You bye. But even if you have the symptoms, don't go bye. Stay in your house. Don't go. No. I don't know how long this video has been. Hey look, you can see it is 5:32 in the morning. March 18th, 2020. And if you can see, I did start a Twitch thing. Can you switch between scenes and not stop recording? Oh, it does. Okay. So yeah, that's my OBS. But we're going back to this, and I should have removed this. Order, move to bottom. Yeah! Ha. And then I can go just stretch that out. Yeah. Boom. Anyways. I don't know why I just made that longer. Hopefully we can crop out some of the little things. Let's see how this all turns out. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Bye. Oh, wait. No, that's not.